Hey, real dads. Hope everything's going well with you. I'm just gonna do a quick Q&A video to answer a couple questions I've gotten, and I want to go ahead and that I want to elaborate on. Okay. Um, so the first question I've gotten is about the receipt issue that I mentioned in one of my previous videos. I think the second video, in reference to child support. And what I said was basically that, not to get caught up being one of those guys who thinks that you can just keep track of all your receipts, like, after you go and get formula or diapers or whatever for your child and you give them to the mother. Don't think that just because you keep all your Walmart receipts, Target receipts, all that kind of stuff, that it's going to help you. That is true as far as I know. Now, the thing is, though, in these situations, sometimes, like, for instance, if your son or daughter's mother is going to say, or is willing to say in front of the judge when you try to get your child support, or in front of the caseworker, that yes, you did buy $300 worth of stuff for the kid, then that may or may not help you out, right? They may or may not give you credit for that. Some states that may hold up, and some states may not care either way. She can admit to it, and they say, well, you weren't on child support, so we're going to charge you anyway. It depends. My thing, though, I'm the type of guy, I like confirmation. I like for things to be official, because that's the way you're doing it right. That's how I like to do it. That's how you get custody. That's how you protect yourself and your child, your relationship with the child. And that's what you should want, in my opinion. So yeah, but I mean, if you're the type that you're doing that now and you're saving receipts, no problem. Just do your best to do it the right way, okay? And everything will be okay. So that's what I meant about the receipt thing. The biggest problem with that is if hypothetically your child's mother says that you have not been paying child support, or that you haven't been contributing, then you got a problem. I think you're gonna run into a problem if you go into the courtroom and you just have Target receipts or Walmart receipts. It may not hold up. So again, just protect yourself, okay? And there's no better protection than actually being on child support, actually being in the child support system, and having a track record of you paying your child support. Nobody can refute that. You are 100% protected, okay? And it holds you accountable. So that's what I meant about that. The receipt thing, that's my opinion, but, to each his own, okay? The second question I'm getting is, should I keep messages, text messages, and other evidence that the mother of my child is not seeing, or not allowing me to see my child? The answer to that is a resounding yes, of course. Keep any and all evidence that you are being kept from your child, you're not being able to see your child, all of it. Keep all of it if you can. Screenshot it, save it if it's an email. Me, I love email. I email my son's mother about issues, some stuff through text, but I like email. It's official. It's pretty official. But yeah, save all of that, man. Whether you have established visitation or not yet, that's all good, because if you have not established visitation, and you have proof that that the mother is not allowing you to see the child, then that proves to the judge, to your attorney, why you need legal visitation. Okay, so it'll help your argument when you say, hey, I need legal visitation, I need this to be enforced legally. Okay, and if you do have legal visitation, it's already established, and you're still not being allowed to see the child, then it'll show to the courts like, hey, I'm not being able to see my child. Now I need to have it reinforced. And there's ways that the judges can, order the other parent to make you see the child. There's contempt orders and all that kind of stuff. If you have an attorney, they'll square you away with all this stuff. They'll tell you what you need to do. You tell them, hey, I'm not allowed to see my child. They'll take care of you. And that's why I said get legal visitation, whether it be from an attorney or you agreeing with the mother, because if you go through an attorney, they're going to make sure they square you away with all that. So, but yes, to answer the question, definitely keep any and all evidence that the mother of your child is not allowing you to see the child. Okay, keep that. And another thing I want to elaborate on is a lot of times when you're new to the game, this whole custody, civil, family matter game, you know, you want to go straight for full custody, right? Because maybe you have a better apartment, a better house, you have a better living establishment, you make more money, all these great things. Logically, on paper, you're a better parent. The child is better off being in your care, right? Unfortunately, gentlemen, I hate to admit it, but this system, it caters to women. It just does. It just does. Woman has the baby, they're gonna get the child, and you have a battle, like I said before, an uphill battle for you to get custody, just primary custody, let alone full custody, sole custody, depending on what they call it in your states. Different states call it different things. So I don't want you to focus right now on, if you're new to this, your child's young, whatnot, focus, on the small things. It's a process. I didn't get custody like that, even once I was able to prove that, sorry about that. Even once I was able to prove that my son's mother wasn't allowing me to see my child, it still took me many contempt motions and many months, years eventually for me to get custody. And even then, we just have split custody. I don't have sole custody, and I didn't ask for it. But focus on getting your visitation and exercising your visitation. And then if that's not going well, I'll do other videos on what you can do to remedy that situation. But right now, man, if you don't even have legal visitation and all that kind of stuff, the chances of you getting sole custody, full custody are slim to none. And that's just the reality of things. I'll never forget when I was a young guy. I think I've had my attorney now for about 6 years. I got him in 2010 when my son was first born. And that's one of the things I asked him. I was like, hey, I'm a soldier. I make decent money, she lives with her mom and dad and blah, 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 blah. All these reasons why I was the better parent, right? And I said, what do you think the chances of me having custody, just being the primary parent? I said, what do you think the chances of me being the primary custodial parent are? And my attorney looked at me and he said, is the mother an axe murderer? That's it. Like, unless the mother is an axe murderer who does cocaine, you're not gonna get custody, man. And not literally, but I'm just saying, it's that hard, man. It doesn't work like that. Maybe you're the better parent. I got you, man. But right now, this day, it's not that easy. You're the man, and that's just not how the system works. Okay, so small steps, baby steps right now. Okay, get your rights, enforce some exercise of visitation, and go from there. Okay. Anyway, if you have any more questions, feel free to ask me. Feel free to email me again at realdads365 at gmail.com, and that's realdads REALDADS 365 at gmail.com. All right, talk to you guys later.